Wow. How do you follow that? That was awesome, Warren. Seriously, I did not know you had that in you, my friend. Coming behind Chris and Warren, I mean, it was awesome. You know, I'm always picking up cues with what I do for a living. I love reverse mortgages. I'm passionate about them. Anybody that knows me knows that about me. Can't help it. But, you know, when I think about it, I couldn't help it. Even listening to Chris, all the stories, I was just listening, going, you know, talking about his first job, talking about selling 91 Corollas, and all the stuff. I started thinking, he's got a daughter. She was Barbie in the thing up here, back here. And as he started going through, I'm thinking, that guy's getting pretty close to being reverse eligible. I can't help it. Every time I meet people, I'm thinking, you don't want to offend people, you know? But I can't help it, you know? If you look here at this website, it's called ultimateclassicrock.com. They said there's 276 rock stars that are over the age of 60. So we know in the reverse space, you become reverse eligible at age 55 for proprietary products and age 62 for the FHA product. So constantly, you know, I'm always saying today's date 1961, today's date 1968. It's kind of like, you know, carding somebody for alcohol. I know my dates because of what I do. And in this reverse space, it's important to know that. But I was shocked to start looking at the name of some of these rockers. I started feeling, well, kind of old myself. I started going, man, I'm getting to this age real soon. I'm 45 now, so I'm a few years out. But as I started looking, I don't know if you know this, but John Bon Jovi, okay, he turned 62 in March. And I was thinking, you know, no longer is he going to have to be living on a prayer. He's going to be able to live on a reverse mortgage. I'm going to give him a call. What can he say, you know? We need new spokesmen anyway. I mean, right now, the spokesman for our industry, unfortunately, is Magnum PI Tom Selleck. Now, I think Tom Selleck's a good-looking guy, a lot better looking than me, and can support an awesome mustache. You know, him and Jay Welch are like the only two guys on the planet that have a permit to even do that. If you are in this room, and you know who you are, if you're sporting a solo mustache, you didn't get the permit. All right? Seriously, all joking aside, we need to have better spokesmen. We need to be a spokesman for reverse. I was just thinking of one of our loan officers that I'm doing a reverse with right now. 3 years ago, put his client into a HELOC. She was 68 at the time. She's 71 now, and I'm helping rectify the scenario. But he's a forward loan officer. He had no clue what he was doing. She was 68, got a HELOC. The rate was like 3.5%. Now it's 9.5%, somewhere along those lines. She's got somewhere in those range. But I know her payment went from $300 to $900. She makes $1,225 a month with Social Security income. It was a Band-Aid at best when they did it. She barely qualified for the HELOC then, but here she is now in dire straits. I don't know, you know, that guy Chris was doing a lot of math real quick, but we can do $1,225 and $900. There's not much left. And she's struggling. And malpractice was done 3 years ago when she came to one of our loan officers to get help. And that's the help that was given because he doesn't do reverse and didn't understand it. If he was here today, I would have called him out and let him tell the story. But I can tell you, there's so many of this happening. In the industry that we're in, we need to be able to recognize reverse. And that's what today's about. I want to encourage you to get reverse certified and at least learn the facts about reverse. At C2, 1/3 of our loan officers have gone through the reverse certification process. That means in this room, chances are 2/3 of you are not reverse certified. 66% of you. That's a shame because the reason being that our industry is stuck where it is in this stagnant reverse mortgage market is because of the lack of knowledge, not in the public, not in the financial advisor and CPA and attorney realm, but in the loan officer realm. I mean, there's great loan officers I know in this room personally that I love dearly. One of them sitting right here, I'm going to be sleeping at his house. He's in for some treats, I can tell you. Little David Sider. Now, I'm thinking about, you know, when you start thinking about this industry and where we're at, the average loan officer is our problem. They're stopping progress by not learning the truth. They have misconceptions on what the product is. Scott will go through some of that, but I want to talk to you about the overwhelming need. I love Chris. He said, raise your hand if you're in pain. If your business is struggling, what a great opportunity to look at this opportunity. Reverses are a way to help a huge demographic of people. And so many people are retiring right now. Have you ever heard of a generation called the baby boomers? Right now, we're at max peak age of baby boomers. They are turning 65 at a pace now of 12,000 people every single day. There's still people turning 62 at 10,000 people a day. But that demographic in 4 more years, in 2028, so just over 4 years, they will all be reverse eligible. Every single one of them. 77 million people. Not counting the other generations before them and not counting the 55 plus. That's the 62 years and older. Now understand, when you have a demographic like that and this overwhelming need, according, and I could give you a lot of stats, but according to the National Coalition of Aging, they said that 80% of households that have a retiree in it are in dire need and have financial hardship issues right now. 80% are in financial borderline of crisis, is what the article said. But furthermore, that's 47 million households. Let me tell you, the amount of people living on Social Security alone will blow your mind, the millions and millions. And I could get into what Social Security's issues are, what that is as well. But I will tell you, there's an answer in plain sight. There's $11.8 trillion with a T in seniors' home equity. That's just in the United States for people over the age of 62 have $11.8 trillion in an answer. But they're being told misinformation from loan officers, financial advisors, CPAs, attorneys, realtors. They're holding on to equity like it's some precious thing. And I'm not here to educate you today on how reverse mortgage works. We don't have that kind of time. And Lord knows I could talk to you a long time about it. But Scott's going to come up here soon, and he's going to talk about our business in a box and things we want you to understand. But I want to encourage you, if you're not reverse certified, get reverse certified. Also, and you might say, hey, I don't want to do reverse mortgages. By all means, don't. That's fine. There's plenty of great people like Warren and others in this room that will help you. But get educated. Understand the facts, because the facts are so much different than people think. So much more opportunity is there than you can realize that I can give you in just a few minutes today. But I want to let you know about this overwhelming need. See, I'm a cheesy joke guy. As I was going through all these rockers, I come across another one. I was looking up and I saw REM. Every one of those guys are over age 62 now. Michael Stipe, he even come out and said that he's thinking about changing the band's name to RME, Reverse Mortgage Eligible. And I was like, hey, I'm all for it. Never even knew what REM was anyway. I had to Google it. But the point is we need to understand that, look, all these rockers are eligible. Start looking around. There's people to your left and the right, and everybody you know. Talk about that database Chris was just talking about. It's full of people that have the wrong type of loans on their home. That are being given misinformation and need a hand up, especially right now. Because when you understand that we have an answer, I like to think of it like I'm out in the desert, all alone, thirsty, looking for water, but every sign I come across, I'm coming across these signs and advertisement out in the desert, and they're all, showing me terrible things about water, about pesticides in it, and I see this ad for all this flooding and damage that water's caused, and everything about I'm seeing is wrong and bad. So when I finally get to the water to be able to drink it, I'm just like, no, I'm not going to touch that stuff. That stuff looks awful. When it's the very thing that will sustain my life. And that's where the reverse mortgage world is today. It's so negative, and people have so many misconceptions that they're unable to get past them to look at it as a solution. When it's the very thing that can sustain them, that can give them the hope that they need. Now, we need your help. I want you to join us. I want you to look at reverse as an option. I wish it wasn't called reverse mortgage. I hate that term. because it's got negativity all around it. I wish it was called the option mortgage, but we all know how that pay option arm went. But I like that it's full of options. It's much like my cell phone here. I don't have to use them all, but there's many options. Now, I'm going to let the true mentor, the master, I think, of reverse is Scott Harms. I'm going to introduce him as he comes up. But you know what? When I think of that, I loved how Chris talked about his dad. Isn't that story? I don't have a dad, so I'm always interested when people talk about a dad. I have a dad, but I don't have a dad. So the point is, I look at him, and I look at how he talked about his dad over and over. I always resonate with guys that are a little older than me and look up to him. That's Scott Harms to me. I love the guy. And I think about how he has an impact in the Blue Door and all the stuff he's done. He has done so much for reverse space. He's full of knowledge. I'm just so thankful that I get to work alongside him every day. And I want to invite Scott Harms to come up here and really take you through what our business in a box looks like.
Thank you, Shain. And Shain's been with us for a little over a year now. Take great pride that we could recruit him from Fairway. He was the top producer for Fairway in 2021, which is huge, and I take great pride in getting Shain recruited to C2 and C2 first. So glad y'all with us today. How about this program today? This has been as good as it gets. So really good job to Perry, Brian, David, the whole home office crew who helped put this together. Thank you very much. And Warren, you amazed me over there. That was awesome. Far more than a CRMP. So interesting to hear, Moose's background, how he got to where he is, Chris Vinson's background, and little story on how I got to this stage today. I've been in the mortgage business 41 years. About 14 years ago, I got a call from a repeat client saying, "Hey Scott, I think my folks need a reverse mortgage. Can you do that?" Yeah, I've been in the business 25 years plus. I do anything, right? You guys know that, right? So I jumped into it, and I'm a technical guy. I didn't know what I was getting into. And I had anxiety through the whole thing. But I'm a professional, so I handled it. Got the deal done. It's really a tale of two outcomes. It had more of a positive impact on those senior homeowners and their adult children than any loan I'd done in my prior 25 years. It was amazing. On top of it, it probably had more anxiety in trying to figure out how the hell to do this thing than any loan I'd ever done. So that one loan gave me the commitment to become a reverse mortgage expert. And not only did it change that borrower's life and their family life, it changed my life. And I am passionate about what I do in the reverse mortgage space. And at C2, we've had 320 plus of our loan officers go through our certification program. We have 21 certified reverse mortgage professionals, which kind of could think CFP on the financial advisor side. There's only 202 reverse mortgage professionals in the country, so we've got 10% of them here. In fact, if you're a CRMP, stand up if you would, please. All right. Very proud of you guys. Thank you. I really believe in you. Thank you. And it's really kind of magic business card, but that's really important. And Shain is absolutely passionate about it. One of the most satisfying things about the work we do with our loan officers is seeing them get the passion. Because I like the forward mortgage business, and everybody you work with, some will say the same thing. You're improving their lives. They have more cash than they did before, better cash flow, a chunk of cash, better lifestyle, nicer house. And that's all incremental improvements in their lives. In the reverse mortgage business, you're changing lives for senior homeowners and their adult children. Very powerful. And what's really nice is you never close. It's an educational process. step by step you walk them through, and you're really looking for a sustainable solution for that senior homeowner. How you can help them, sustain the lifestyle that they dreamed of. So that's kind of going to lead in, grab the clicker, and kind of go into the more formal part of the presentation. If it works.
The other green button, that was the laser.
Yeah,
Still laser.
Thank you. There we go. So C2 Connect Summer 2023. C2 Reverse Mortgage Business in a Box. Some assembly required. That assembly is on your part. We have everything else for you as far as the components. You just need to put them together. Everything you need for learning reverse, marketing reverse, and originating reverse. So I want to talk a little about NERMA, which is the National Reverse Mortgage Lenders Association. And NERMA is in a private-public partnership with FHA as a steward of the reverse mortgage program. And what that means is that the most common reverse mortgage is an FHA program created by an act of Congress in 1987, signed into law by President Reagan in 1988 as a benefit for senior homeowners who have earned that benefit through age and equity accumulation. Well, like anything that comes out of the back halls of Congress, think Obamacare, a lot of rough edges on it. And that has to do a little with some of the reputational issues with reverse mortgages. But over the past 33 years, we've got those rough edges really sanded off. NERMA is the source of and enforcer for the Reverse Mortgage Code of Ethics. So you see, NERMA is really, other than FHA that administers it, NERMA is the primary force in the reverse mortgage industry. NERMA is the creator and administrator of the Certified Reverse Mortgage Program, CRP, those experts that just stood up. C2 Financial is a member of NERMA. That makes all of you members of NERMA. Every C2 LO is a member of NERMA. I encourage you to go to the website, nermaonline.org, and register. So I've been fortunate, privileged to represent C2 on the board of directors of NERMA since 2018, and also on the education committee. And that's a privilege, because I'm the top originator for C2 for reverse mortgages. So I see things in the trenches every day. I also see things on a corporate level because I've been running the reverse division for 7 years, but also see it at a national level through NERMA and their work with members of Congress and the FHA. And that's a rare privilege very few people in the industry have. And I'm glad to be able to bring that experience to C2 and you personally. So the NERMA Code of Ethics and Professional Responsibility. Part one is the values: fairness, confidentiality, integrity. These are the important ones: competence, diligence, and professionalism. And that's the basis why, for the C2 reverse origination, you have to be certified. We're dealing with a protected class. So that's also why it's called the training, certification, and origination program, because it's a progressive program. You need to get certified to originate. Certification, there's a 101 program, a 201 program, so it's progressive, step by step. And we created this way really because once I had that nexus moment where I decided to become a reverse mortgage expert, I had to figure it out on my own. And I was getting like 401 level information before I had 101 information. And it was a very convoluted way to learn it. I eventually figured it out, but once I had the opportunity to step in and lead at C2, I didn't want any of you to go through that convoluted process. So we gave you a step-by-step process. Just like in school, a 101, then a 201. Then the C2 reverse certification exam. And you can knock all this stuff out in a very short period of time. Once you're certified, all the resources are open to you. Before you're certified, None of them are, because we don't want any of those resources misused. So after you're certified, very first thing, C2301, it's optional, but it'll help you take your new reverse expertise to your entire sphere of influence. And kind of what Moose Mao was talking about, talk about what you do with people you know. Once you're certified, take 301. Take your new reverse expertise to everybody in your sphere of influence. You are the only reverse expert they know. It's awesome. 401 is successful reverse prospect conversion. Then for any of you that got certified 3, 4, 5 years ago and are rusty, earlier this year in March, we rolled out the C2 Reverse Recertification Program. It's a refresher. It's optional, but it's designed so you can get yourself back up to peak expertise quickly. Get out there and start serving those senior clients. Virtual client interaction training, help you get trained up so you virtually never have to get in your car to go see a client, and increase your number of closings. That's with loom.com and bonbon.com. And then once you're certified, you get access to Blue Door Portal, Blue Door webinars, and Blue Door roundtables. And once you meet the qualifications, which one of them is 3 years experience in reverse, we have the CRMP training program for successful CRMP certification. Nationally, there's a 25% pass rate on the exam. Over the last 2 years, we've had a 100% pass rate. I will personally mentor you into your CRMP. Thank you. Yeah, seriously, that's exciting. And it's, I mentored about another 10% of the CRMPs from other companies around the country, but I don't make it as easy for them as I do for you. Okay, and everything here is online, on demand, self-paced, self-study, and at no cost to you. So you have to be certified to originate at C2. Don't look at it as an obstacle, it's an opportunity. Who could use more opportunity in this market? That's right, I expect all of you to get certified. Okay, and it's real easy. We'll show you in a little bit, but I don't want to run out of time. It's contact Michelle Young at myoung@c2financial.com. Young, Y-O-U-N-G, at c2financial.com. She is our training administrator. So talk about what's in the program. We made the NERMO Reverse Mortgage Magazine, full-page article about it in 2018, 5 years ago. Still being recognized in the current issue of NERMO's Reverse Mortgage Magazine. There's an article about our program. And that is the preeminent glossy issue on reverse mortgage. And on our table out here, at our C2 table, there's about 50 copies of that article if you want to pick one up. So a huge reverse opportunity. I kind of jumped through this because Shain talked a lot about this. Baby boomers are our predominant demography right now. And that's really exciting because, for better or worse, they virtually all have mortgages going into retirement. Principal and interest is their biggest single expense. Cash flow is their single biggest challenge. And with a reverse mortgage, we extinguish that principal and interest payment. So again, we're talking some of the same demographics that Shain talked about. 11.8 trillion in now held senior debt. This is really important. Home equity represents greater than 70% of total household assets for married couples at age 65, and it's illiquid. With a reverse mortgage, we give them liquid access to that home equity. Their greatest fear, outliving their assets. Few of them have pensions. Social Security generally makes up only about 40% of the required cash flow, and people totally underestimate the cost of in-home care. In fact, that's interesting because probably, I'd say at least 10, if not 20% of my own clients are getting it to pay for in-home care. So I'll just run through a quick update. I got the 5-minute thing, so we're going to kind of jump through some of this stuff.
It was a 2-minute thing.
I'll go really fast. Okay, so we're going to just jump through a little less. So income opportunities rate you in reverse. Everyone you know knows a senior that would benefit from reverse. I'm going to repeat that because it's so important. Everyone you know knows a senior that would benefit from a reverse. So talk about reverse mortgages all the time. Write down my website. This is my origination website. It's formyreverse.com. myreverse.com, and go to the video page. And there's 13 videos that I wrote along with one of our other CRMPs, Kevin Gutman, that you can watch, get a cold beer. You'll be done with the videos before the beer's gone. Okay, but it'll give you an A to Z primer on reverse mortgages so you can talk them up. Now there's 3 ways to make money on reverse mortgages C2. Get C2 reverse certified. For Shain and I, that's our biggest recommendation. 2 is you can refer it, which the referrals pay generally is much or more than a forward loan. And the 3rd is you can have a mentor. And real quick, I'm going to bring up Julie Crittenden here in a moment. Jumpstart your reverse knowledge. Scan that code, and you can download our 101 technical handbook. I'll leave that up for just a minute. Okay, I'm going to jump through the cheat free resources. Okay, if you have a referral, where you go is the reverse page on C2 landing page, and then click the orange button. It will tell you, you can decide how you want to be paid for it, how you want to handle it, and we'll take it from there. Of course, Shain and I are your C2 management team, but then on the reverse, that's Michelle Young. To sign up and get certified, go to the reverse page right next to the blue door. You also have Melissa Clymer as an admin. With that, Shain, let's bring up Julie Crittenden, who's one of our C2 reverse certified loan officers.
What's up, party people? Hang until the end, yeah. So I got certified, and I'm here to talk about how great these guys are. I got certified in reverse because in my family a long time ago, an aunt had some problems, and I wish she had known about this. My parents in 2013 didn't need one, but we thought, heck, why not? My brother and I don't want them to leave anything to us. Go out, spend your money, spend your equity. And then we actually refinanced them out of it when the values went up so they could take advantage of it. So it's a great program. I actually had to hound Shain. He didn't want to have anything to do with me in the beginning, but I'm a bulldog, so I wouldn't let him, got his pant leg and I wouldn't let him go. And I started mentoring with him in March of this year, and it really is a business in a box. And if you follow what's in there, it can open your world. Special shout out to my groupies, Shelly Heimer and Lindsay. I wouldn't be up here without you guys. And so when I started with Shain in March, April, I started my first loan, and today my 4th one signed. So there's a huge opportunity in your databases that you don't even know are there. And so, you know, everybody's having a hard time right now. I just want to do reverse. I don't want to deal with realtors and all of that. So look into your database. Sorry if you're any realtors. Look into your databases. There's opportunity there. Get in touch with these people. And just so you know, I was obligated, if you will, to Shain for a year. And I took off so well on my own that he actually broke up with me because he said there's no point in in taking part of your commissions to mentor with me. So these guys are real. They're real. They can increase your business, and I highly encourage you all to get certified.
Awesome, Julie. Thank you. One quick wrap up. We have a reverse mortgage sponsor here, which is Reverse Focus. So stop by and see Shannon Hicks, who also does the Heck of the World podcast on Mondays. which is the industry leader update. They provide, if you go to formyreverse.com or Shain's, which is reversetruth.com, those are both reverse focus websites. That's part of the business in a box. They're a vendor and you gotta buy them, but they're really professional, really cheap. I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars directly off of my website. This is what my website looks like, totally professional, whiteboard videos, there's a lead funnel, and you can buy a website, CRM, SEO, bundle it any way you want, but right now, they're going 50% off through September 15th, and I am Reverse Focus's biggest salesperson because of what it can do for your business.
Yes, you are.
What it's done for mine. And there's Shannon Hicks. Shannon, walk forward right here so they can see you. This is Shannon Hicks right here. A real star in the industry. Be sure to watch his Heckin' World podcast, and he will be in the vendor hall out here. And I love Shannon. I worked with Shannon for the last 7 or 8 years and helped him develop these websites. They're the best. And with that, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys.